You know, we tend to think of interviewing as something kind of formal and job-related, but interviewing can also be a valuable tool in your dating experience whenever you meet someone new. And today, relationship advocate Maryanne Comaroto is here to tell us how important it is and how to use it.
What would the obvious question be?
Well, that's what I'm asking you.
Oh, okay.
Was he married?
Oh, I don't know.
I don't know. Right? This is a good thing to know.
Yeah, probably.
Are you married? Clearly, you had a connection with him. It seemed obvious that you wanted to pursue that connection. You opened yourself up. Your body language opened up. Yet you put yourself on the line, and you don't even know if he's available to be in a relationship.
That's an excellent point. I think I got too caught up in the actual dynamics of the conversation.
Now, that was really interesting and instructive. We watched you watching them on videotape.
Right.
You're the play-by-play analyst.
Right.
So what was the one common mistake that you noticed?
That they let the men dominate the conversation. They didn't get a word in edgewise, so they didn't get to ask the important question, are you available?
Why is this guy picking up on women anyway if he's not available?
Shouldn't the assumption be that he's available?
That's the common problem. Women think, wow, he's flirting with me. He must be available. He can't be married. 9 times out of 10, you need to actually ask the question. And doing it gracefully is really an important thing. I mean, most of us, when we are attracted to someone, we don't want to wreck that delicate chemistry, so we don't say, hey, are you married?
So how should you say it? What's a graceful way to do it?
One of the graceful ways to do it is to just engage them in a conversation about themselves, of course, but you want to just slow down and not let chemistry take control. Right. You want to inquire and say, are you seeing anybody? Like, Spencer, are you seeing anybody?
Right.
Spencer?
That tells you.
How you ask,
Yeah,
right?
caught me off guard there.
So are you seeing anybody, Spencer?
At the moment, I'm not.
If you don't build a foundation for yourself and who you are and know what you want, you pretty much are going to waste your time and energy, and your inner demons and your patterns and all of that will just destroy what you've created. A system will reorganize itself to the highest available truth, means that if in my subconscious and in my body I have a truth and my filters are blocked, I'm going to operate out of this lower truth. So the idea is to clear out those filters so we can operate optimally as we're supposed to.
Motivational speaker, author, and relationship queen Maryanne Comaroto from Marin County joins us today to show us how to, quote, find the man, get the man, and keep the man.
Yes.
Here's the thing I notice in my practice and over the last 10 years that the cry, the call, the soul calling is to really stop the pain. For me, that meant developing a program that you put into place before you drop your drawers, rather than interviewing after the fact.
Right.
So I created a tool belt to help you get to that point.
It's a very beautiful tool belt, I might say.
Cool and kinky belt. I like
Yeah,
that.
it's kind of neat with the little rhinestones. Well,
Yeah.
the thing is, it goes hand in hand with the certification program that I developed called CORE, Certification of Responsible Relationship. So what I notice oftentimes, and in the 30 years experience that I have in relationship, is that oftentimes people end up in my office or reading one of my books when they have come to the end of the line, when fake doesn't quite cut it. What I mean by that is, you know how you've got your little routine that you do, might last a week, could last a month, 90 days. You put your best foot forward, you've got all the right lines, you open the door, you wear your push-up bra, you're doing all the really hot stuff. Somewhere along the line, usually about 90 days, I notice, you start getting real. All of a sudden, your vulnerable self starts coming out. What's not so perfect about you starts coming out. And then you meet 2 people who aren't exactly the same as when they first arrived, suddenly can't stand each other. Sound familiar? Yeah. This is the process of what I call, what's fake about you? Great question to ask yourself. Do you want to lead in relationship with what's fake about you? Aren't you tired of saying yes when you mean no? Aren't you tired of trying to pretend that you've got a really great job when you can't stand it? That you've got a push-up bra on when your boobs hang down to your belly button? I mean, all of these things that we do to try to get someone to want us is really quite simple. That's what I teach, a process of self-inquiry so we can stop looking out there for what we want. When you find it here, inside yourself, when you fall in love with you, there will be no need for routine. You can stop with the fake story and lead with your authentic self. with who you really are. You might not even know who that is, but I can tell you what, when you find that you and you're in alignment with that, you will attract right relationship for yourself. That's a guarantee I make.